I play a lot of games, but I don't play about that man, even though he play about me.
Back up on the move, touchdown in my hometown, got nothing to lose. I am on my own now, I am in control now. Ain't need you to go now, I can fix my own crown. Back up on my move.
Hey y'all, it's TheBreeze and you plug into TheBreeze lifestyle. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you want to support your girl some more, you already know what you can do. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. You want to see more of your girl, go ahead and follow me on Instagram, TikTok at TheBreeze Lifestyle 777. Y'all, I'm not gonna rush the video, but I am rushing. You already know I got a 9 to 5, but not for long, and I gotta work in about 45 minutes. So we're gonna try to make this a 40-minute video because I love y'all, and I'm like, dang, I have not put a story time up in almost a month, and I know y'all love my story times. If you love my story times, give me a heart. And y'all, I'm coming up with more content because we turn in the Breeze lifestyle. Well, it's still always gonna be the Breeze lifestyle, but we're trying to do the Breeze healthy lifestyle, okay? I walked 5,000 steps today. I've been juicing, I've been meal prepping, and I've been eating raw till 4 o'clock, okay? So if you want to see some of those videos, if you want me to put that some of that on my yo, I told you I wasn't gonna rush, but I'm just trying to get this in for y'all because I think we all trying to get that big back into at least a schmeedy, y'all, you dig? But anyway, or Marge, Meteor, something. But anyway, so y'all, if y'all want to see some more of those videos, definitely put some fruit in the content. Put some fruit in the comments. Whatever fruit you want to put it in the comments. If you want to, see some more juice and meal prep videos. B, if you trying to get healthy. C, if you supporting me on my journey getting healthy. Either way, put some fruit in the comments. All right, y'all. So let's get straight into this video. As you can see by the title, this is the time that I got kicked out of school. Y'all, kicked out of school and almost caught a felony. Over a ninja? Over a ninja? I almost caught a felony over a ninja. I'm telling you, you better not do it. You better not do it because it ain't worth it, period. So, this is obviously a story about my baby daddy, aka Finesse. And the main person, her name is, we're gonna call her Skittles, and I'm gonna tell you why. So at this point, you know, I gotta set the scene a little bit. At this point, me and Finesse have been like locked in. We already doing a do. I told you he took my little V card, right? So he was my man, my man, my man, my man. Can't nobody tell me about my man, period. You better not play with me or my man. Now, before my man, TheBreeze ain't had no problem with nobody. I wasn't arguing with nobody. I didn't have no problem with nobody. Now, some people had a problem with me because they said, oh, you think you too good for us. You think you too cute. But, yeah, as far as, like, really having beef with people, like, I ain't had none of that. I was a good child, y'all. No issues in school besides she's a pleasure to have in class. She just talked too much. Like, that's the only thing my teacher could say about me. She talked too much. But I get my work done. I get my work done. So, what are you talking about? Anyway, so, because y'all, that was back in the day when I used to debate about Drake. People was really playing, this when Drake first started coming out. And the people was really playing like, he not better than Jay-Z. Yes, he is better than Jay-Z, period. Like, we would really have heated debates. The teacher would be like, listen, we ain't talking about that no more. Next episode, next class, we talking about it again because what? How could you ever? But anyway, so I was a good child. Now, this happened when I was in my senior year of high school. Y'all, my senior year of high school, I got kicked out. And it was the first marking period. Like, literally, we started school the beginning of September. This happened at the end of September. I was irked. Because as many people be fighting in school, you want to kick me out. It's my first time. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the story. So you already know, me and Finesse had our issues. If you ain't watched that story time about Stiffy, it's somewhere in that Baby Daddy Chronicles playlist. I'm telling you, just go check it out. So we already had some issues, but now, you know, when you lose your V card, you be in love with the man. Like, you be, well, I don't know about everybody, because, you know, y'all do what y'all want to do, but I was in love. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing about my man, and he just was like, when I was around, he was really that ninja. Like, he was really my man. Like, I was princess treatment, like, to an extent. We was broke. Or not broke, but like we was kids. So it's not like he was like buying me stuff, but he was getting me stuff from the store, like buying me corner store snacks and platters, and he was there. Like, we was always hanging out. We was always and then actually, I'm gonna tell y'all about the time, like, after we started dating for like a couple months, we was locked in after a couple months, y'all. It happened fast. But he had to move or whatever, and then he came back. So senior year, he back. We both seniors. We like, nobody probably seen us like this, but we was power couple. Like, this was my man. We was power couple. Okay. So he had already told me. So, okay, when you in school, I don't know if people still do this, but when I was in school, I had this girl. When I was a sophomore, when I was a junior, she was a sophomore. And I used to call her my daughter. Like, that's my girl to this day. We don't talk, but ain't no bad blood. I still love her. But yeah, so she was my daughter. So the girl Skittles was her friend. And me and Skittles never had no relationship. But like, you know how you got mutuals, and like when y'all see each other, you might say a couple things to them, whatever. But we never had a relationship with each other, right? So, senior year, now it's like I'm feeling myself. Like, when I started as a freshman, I was a little childish. You know, I was still wearing my Looney Tunes jacket, my Looney Tunes jeans. I thought I was it. But senior year, I really felt like a grown woman. Now I'm humping. Now I got a man. Now I'm a senior, because I seen how the seniors acted when they were seniors. When I was a junior, I'm like, oh, that's what. Now I'm not going to treat the freshmen all bad, but we run this town. No Rihanna, okay? So I just felt real good, like me and my man about to run it. And then I didn't have like, okay, anyway. So, because that was the end of my senior year. Anyway, so I was feeling good, right? So I knew, now Skittles was a whore. Okay? I'm talking the type, I don't know if y'all not from up north, I don't know if y'all know what John is. A John could be like, pass me that John over there. It could be literally anything. But a lot of times, a John is what they refer to as a girl. Like, yeah, that John. Like, you know, like I said, it could be anything. But they used to call her, like, literally, when she would be walking outside to the bus, they would be like, Team John, because Skittles, she smashed the homies. Skittles, she smashed the homies. Like, she was getting around, and she'd be like, well, y'all liked it, and all y'all hit, so you liked it. And just a little, you know, Skittles ended up getting on Paige. So she was like, shoot, I ain't about to be no Team John for the free. I'm about to charge for my services at this point. I guess, you know, yeah. But anyway, so I had already knew that her and my man had some dealings. And I ain't like that. So I didn't like nobody who had my man before me. Period. Not that I was, oh y'all, I just did my hair and it's dripping. I'm like, what is that shining? It's dripping all in the back of my neck. But anyway, so I'm like, okay, not that I don't like her. I don't know her. Not about to try to fight her. I wasn't that delusional, y'all. I didn't want to fight the girls that had sex with my man before me. But, like, I wasn't about to be cool with them. Like, so I still was cool with my daughter. But, yeah, I wasn't cool with Skittles. It wasn't no beef. But we ain't about to be friendly because you're going to see why. So, from my understanding, what my man told me, back in the day, now I can't even be mad because this was not back in the day, but let's say a year or two before we even knew each other. He said, now mind you, so this is maybe a little TMI, but I didn't start giving oral until like after I had my baby, like, you know, so I got pregnant. Look, why am I bleeping out pregnant? YouTube. I watch a lot of story times, and I see that YouTube be tripping, and my coin ain't trying to be snatched. I ain't even got the coin yet. I just don't want it to be snatched, period. So anyway, so I wasn't doing that. Like, I had the luxury of just sitting back, getting it done to me, and then like just get straight to it. So anyway, so from my understanding, I keep saying my understanding, but this is what Finesse is my baby dad, if I didn't say that already. So this is what Finesse told me. He told me that she gave him flesh, y'all, top, okay, with Skittles in her mouth. Was it Skittles or Starburst? It was one of, she's still gonna be Skittles. I believe it was Skittles, but it was either Skittles or Starburst. And he told me that he had a protector on while she was doing it. Now, mind you, I ain't the sharpest tool in the toolbox when it comes to sex, because this my first. And I was just like, okay, you know, he protected himself. But dang, I ain't never even did no Glock 3000, and she using Skittles. Like, oh, she a pro. Oh, she a pro hoe, period. So I just kind of felt a little competition. I did. I ain't gonna lie to you. And she was not ugly. Okay, let me just say, she was kind of cute. She was kind of cute. And she was short. She was light skinned. And she was bald head, but she always wore a weave. And she had a big old booty. Like, she did have a big, she was thick. She was short. She was like borderline midget, you know. Oh, can I say that? Or little people, I'm sorry, no offense. But she was like a little person, you know how they be stacked. Like, they be having big booty. She wasn't that short, but she was probably like, I don't know, she was short. She wasn't a little person, but she was short and she had a big booty. So I'm like, dang, because, well, I always wanted to be short when I was here. I always wanted to be short. So anyway, so I'm already knowing that she had dinners with my man. So now, yeah, I don't speak, because I used to speak to her in the hallway, stuff like that, but I don't speak to her nothing. So anyway, so I had a mutual friend of hers, not my daughter, but it was, what we gonna call him? We just gonna call him Mutual. So Mutual was my friend first, because, oh, what did I call my friend? Zane. If you remember Zane from my story time, she's my childhood friend. So Zane and Mutual, who's a guy, they grew up together. So I knew Mutual way before high school. I knew Mutual before middle school. Elementary, I knew Mutual, right? So we was cool. It's not that we was locked in, but he was a mutual friend of Zane, right? So when we in high school, we kind of locked in, because now we actually going to the same school. We see each other all the time. So we would eat breakfast together, like all of us or whatever. So yeah, so we was all cool. So long story short, Mutual comes up to me one day, random. And mind you, we cool. We pretty cool, right? He comes up to me and he tells me that Skittles was talking about my man. So I'm like, what? Like, Skittles talking about my man? What you talking about? So he said that she said, stop spreading those rumors around.
Stop spreading those rumors around. Stop spreading the lie.
So yeah, so he said that she said that she don't care if Finesse got a girlfriend. She want to hit that again. Now, mind you, my man is blowing money back. Oh, okay, like every single time. So it's like, I don't play about that D. I don't play about that D. Don't even talk about it. Don't mention it. Don't even sniff it. Don't nothing. And knowing that she know what it look like, now I'm like, hold on. What I'm thinking to myself now, mind you, I can't even can't do too much in front of Mutual. But I'm thinking to myself, what she mean? She wanna hit it again. She wanna suck it again? Because he said, Finesse said that she just sucked it. So what's going on? Like, what's really going on here? So I'm like, what? And he was like, yeah, like, she said, you know, she gonna try to get that. So I'm like, you can try it if you want to. Like, what? Like, sorry, keep saying like, but like what? Like, I'm just like flabbergasted. I never was a girl to shoot my shot. I never, shout out to y'all if y'all do that, but I'm not doing that. Like, I'm gonna sit courtside and wait for him to dribble the ball this way, period. If he want me, he better come get me. Call me old fashioned, call me what you want to, just don't call me broke, say. But no, for real. So I'm like, and it just the fact that I don't know, I really held myself, I really not even a thought, but like me just being in high school with one body, like, and I knew everybody around me was fucking, like, I really looked at these hoes differently. Like, I really did. And no offense if you had bodies on bodies when you was in high school. Bodies. I really looked at you like, how could you just be doing it to people that's not even your man? Whole time I'm doing it to a man who's doing it to people who's not even his girl. While he got a girl. But anyway, I just felt like, how could you even do that? Like, you're weird. Like, what are you doing? So, y'all, this is still dripping. I'm just trying to wipe it. But anyway, so I'm like, what? Like, so the first thing I do, you know what you do when you delulu. You already know. When you get information and you delusional and you about that nigga, you gonna run to him and tell him everything. And that's exactly what I did. I'm like, why Mutual tell me that Skittles said I'm like, you said, now this is when I should have known it was gonna go left. Because, like, just with the whole relationship. Because Finesse, I gave him the name Finesse not because he really be getting money out of people, but his wordplay is crazy. He'll make you really second guess yourself if you heard him say what he said that he said, but you know that he said it, but he said he didn't say it. So I'm like, why would she say that she want to hit it again? Didn't you say that, you know? And I brought it up, and he was like, nah, y'all already know. He hit it. He hit it. And he was like, yeah, it was only like twice. It was only like twice? I thought she was just with the condom on. Like, and then to come to find out, he was like, I never said that. Well, where did I get that from? I made it up. Like, how did you tell me the whole story? How did you tell me? I don't know. He just confused me, but I was so delusional. I wasn't even worried about that because it's like, yes, he did lie to me about doing it to her, but it's still in his, I would say in his theory, but what he's telling me, because listen, I know the man now, and I'm grown. I don't know if this man was lying to me the whole time or not. Okay, I wouldn't put it past him. But from what he's telling me, it's still in the same timeline. Like, yeah, he didn't tell me that he smashed Skittles, but it was still before he even knew me. So I was just like, not even putting no blame on him. Like, okay, whatever. I knew in my heart what you said, but like, this is not even what I'm talking about. Why is this talk about she want to hit again? I said, now mind you, he was mad at Mutual because he I don't know what I can say on here. But he was mad at Mutual, and he was like, he acting like a girl. Basically, like, why would he even tell you that? But I'm like, why would he not tell me that? I didn't find nothing wrong with him telling me that. And still to this day, I'm glad he told me because he was my homeboy. Like, why wouldn't you? If y'all, I guess it is a little messy, but like, you got more loyalty towards me. And I feel like she told you that for a reason. Like, she told you that because she wanted you to come back to me and say that. So you did exactly what she wanted you to do. But hey, I wanted you to do it too because that's my man. So anyway, so I told him, you better handle it before I do. Because I was not a fighter, but I was not playing like, no, she's not. Because now, the only other girl that I knew that he had dealings with in this school was Stiffy. So now Stiffy got a whole girlfriend. So I don't even worry about Stiffy no more. We done went through our little thing now. She do come up in another story. She is going to have one more story time that happened before this situation, but this one I just had to get it off because y'all, like I said, I ain't did a story time in a month, and I just had to give y'all a real good one. But let me get back to it. So I'm like, you better handle it before I do, because I'm not going for that. Like, you better say something. So I go tell Zane, and we just talking about it, and it's like, what? Like, she crazy, like, whatever. But I'm like, don't play with my man. Like, don't play with my man. I play a lot of games, but I don't play about that man, even though he play about me. So anyway, it's the next day. Now, mind you, I got box braids in. So I'm like off rip. Now I'm ready to fight. Like, I already didn't really like you like that. And I know you a hood booker. So I know most likely you gonna want to fight. So I'm kind of ready to fight. So now, I will say, this was all my decision right here. Like, we was riding the bus. Me, Finesse, and Zane rode the same bus. So I was in the front. We always sat, like, not in the first front row, more like number 9, if you know. But we sat in, like, row number 9, right? So kind of in the front of the middle. And Finesse sat all the way in the back. So I had Zane, twist up, braid up my hair, like put it in one braid or whatever. Because I just was like, yeah, I amped myself up. I talked to her about it. I talked to all my homegirls about it. And it's just like, no, she's blatantly disrespecting you. You cannot let that go down. You a senior. This little sophomore is not about to play with you and your man like that, period. She can't do it. Nope, you can't let it happen. So I'm all hyped up, and I'm just kind of ready to confront her if my man don't confront her. So he's seen her braiding up my hair, and he comes to the front, and he like, what's going on, man? And he laughing a little bit, like, I'm not playing. He like, now I'm going to say something. You don't have to worry about it. Because he knew his baby was like a marshmallow, but don't play with me. It's a Sour Patch Kid, okay? So, so we at breakfast. And this is where I can say I was a little influenced. Now, mind you, I already came in pretty much ready to fight. But with more people in my ear, I was like, now, like, there's no tomorrow. There's no turning back. We got to do this today, period. So he goes up to her, and I'm watching his every freaking move. I'm watching him because I just want to make sure, first of all, he goes up to her, and I want to see what she say from afar. And I want to make sure as soon as he done, because me and my man, like, we had different... He was with the hood ninjas in the school, right? Me and my girls and maybe a couple guys always, like, we already had our established seats in the cafeteria. So I was making sure, like, he did not beeline over to his spot. And as soon as he was done, he came over to me because I don't need no confusion as to what she said and what you said. So I seen her, like, look and kind of laugh, like, So he came straight back over, and he was like, yeah, she's crazy. And I'm like, what? Like, what did you say? Let's start there. What you say? He was like, what? I asked her why she telling people that she want to smash me. Like, why are you doing that? And she was like, because I will. You what? You will. Okay. Alright, so it's this girl. We just gonna, okay, what did I name her? Because there's a lot of people who actually was in this video who I had mentioned before. What did I name her? The story time about how I lost my boyfriend because I got drunk. What did I name her? Dang, I'm not about to give her another name but her. Remember, Finesse got a cousin, and the cousin got a girlfriend, and me and the girlfriend was cool? Her. She was on the Myrtle Beach trip as well. Also, Mover was there. Zane was there. And this girl, I want to make sure I'm not calling her Caramel, y'all. Okay, so Caramel, she was there. And she was like, you know, kind of hyping me up. We're going to have to ignore that. She was kind of hyping me up. But Light Bright, or we're going to call her Loudmouth. Okay, because she was loud as hell. So Loudmouth, she was like, yeah, you gotta fight her. Like, what? Like, as soon as Finesse, because everybody knew Finesse. So as soon as Finesse came over there, you know, Caramel just looking like, what? Like, because me and her dating cousins, and we don't play about our men. Like, if I see somebody trying to talk to her man, oh, we riding together. She sees somebody trying to talk to my man, even though we both know our men. Well, anyway, she's rocking, okay? Zane rocking. Mover said she was rocking, but we gonna get there. But Loudmouth never said that she was gonna fight for me. Now, mind you, I only know Loudmouth through Caramel. We hang out sometimes. We've hung out a couple times outside of school, but we not really friends for real. But we know each other, we kick it or whatever. So cool. We always eat breakfast together, all of us. So she like, what? No, because I had already told the table what was going on. So she like, oh, you gotta beat her ass. Like, you gotta fight her now. What? Just loud as hell. So, okay, this girl gonna need a name too. Fighter. We gonna call her Mike Tyson. We just gonna call her Tyson, okay? So, cause she was knocking bitches out. Fighting was her hobby, her sport, her career. I don't know. She was a fighter, okay? And she had hands. She had hands for real. So Finesse is like, don't worry about it. I'm gonna get Fighter to fight her after school. Don't worry about it. Do not say nothing to her. And I'm just thinking to myself, that don't sit right with me. Now, mind you, I'm not a fighter, but I'm not a bitch. And I'm not about to have nobody fighting for me when I'm mad. Like, I want to suck her in her face. I want to hit her. I want to beat her up because she's playing with me and my man. So hearing that she got beat up by somebody else and you ordered the hit, don't really hit like it's supposed to hit. So, nah, that's me. So, Loudmouth is like, we got art together. I know where her first class is because at this point the bell had rung. And she like, I know where her class at. What you want to do? So I felt like if I was to go with my man, first of all, I really didn't want to do what my man said. My man had walked away, right? So I'm just like, all right, you know, whatever, cool. But then that's when Loudmouth was like, nah, you got to beat her ass. Like, that's crazy. Like, she really trying it. I got first period with her. She in the art room. So, let's go to the art room. Let's go to the art room. So, we go to the art room. Big gang of people. It's at least 7 of us. Now, mind you, Mover and Zane, they was sitting with us, but I don't know what happened, but they wasn't with us. It was a couple people who I didn't know, me, Caramel, and Loudmouth. So I'm just like, oh my gosh. Now, mind you, I didn't have a book bag at the time. I just carried my books with me. So I'm carrying my books. And like I said, I'm not a fighter. So I know what's about to happen. I should have been prepared for it. I'm the one who came to the classroom, but it is what it is, right? So I got my books. Loudmouth just made everything worse. Like, Skittles already knew what time it was before I even opened my mouth. Because we opened that door to the art room. Loudmouth went in there first. She said, there she go. So she already knew, like, we was looking for her. So then after Loudmouth do that, it's like 4 or 5 people come behind her, me included. And yeah, so I seen her. And my first instance was to confront her. My man already tried to talk to her. My first instinct was not to just run up on her and fight her. Because like I said, maybe we could have talked it out. Like, why are you being weird? So, before I could even... Okay, this is what I was trying to say. I was trying to say, what did you say you wanted to do to Finesse? Like, you know? I kind of played it out in my head, like what I was going to do. And I just wanted her to say something back. And then we could start fighting. You know, that's how I kind of thought it was going to go. But I was like, what did you say? Boom. She stole me. Like, I had my books. And I'm like, what did you say? Boom. Like, now mind you, I ain't gonna lie to you, like, I ain't really feel it. Like, I feel like adrenaline was popping. Adrenaline was pumping. She didn't give me no black eye, but she definitely stole off of me first. Man, I dropped them books. Mong. Look. Y'all probably like, oh, you can't fight, but no. But no, so once she hit me in my face, I was furious and embarrassed because what? I got my squad with me. They just see me get knocked out. Not knocked out, but she really got me good. Like, she really got me good. So I feel like she probably punched me in my jaw or whatever. Because, like I said, I didn't have no black eyes or nothing. So as soon as she hit me, I dropped my books and I just started stealing off of her. So she just was grabbing my hair. And then as she grabbed my hair, like, I don't know why I just followed suit. I tried to grab her hair. Trash just falling. So it was just so many people already in the classroom. Like I said, it was a crowd of people. Now, when it was just us, like I said, it was probably like 6 or 7 of us. But then it just turned into so many people in the room. Next thing I know, I see a bottle. It's the art room. It's a bottle, a glass bottle. My man, I don't know where he came from, grips me up. Because I was like about to throw that bottle on her head. And it was a glass bottle, y'all. I wasn't going to like release it. I just wanted to, I'm just like, oof. I don't know. I was just so irritated because I couldn't really get her how I wanted to. After them first couple hits, it's like we was really just pulling hair for real. And her hair was just falling to the ground. I'm like, she got my box. I just knew I was about to be bald-headed. I knew I was about to be bald-headed. She was just pulling my braids. And I'm like, yo. And every time I'm trying to pull her hair, it's just falling out. She just had, I guess, tracks glued in, right? So I go to on her, hit my nigga in the head. He's like, yo. So he took the bottle from me. He yoked me up a little bit and took me out. And then, y'all, what happened next just was like the reason I got kicked out of school. Now, mind you, I just fought one person, but Loudmouth ended up fighting one of her friends because I don't know if her friend tried to jump in or whatever. I don't know. Loudmouth ended up fighting one of her friends. Caramel ended up fighting one of her friends. They said that they banked her. I don't think she got banked, but Fighter was in there. I feel like she thought she was fighting 2 people because Fighter was whooping ass. Okay. I don't know where these people came from, but I think because they already knew what was going on, my man already knew what was going on. He knew I didn't listen once he seen a commotion. He heard, like, you know, because I feel like people was walking to their classroom in the art room. Let's say let's say the cafeteria right here. You walk out the cafeteria, go this way. The art room literally is right there, right as soon as you turn the corner. So people could probably hear it right when they was leaving the cafeteria. So Fighter, mong. I wasn't there. This is just what I heard. Mong. They had to get her off of her. So after she got up, and then, okay, so also, what I name her? Zane and Mover ended up being there. And Zane was fighting one of the friends, and Mover said she was fighting one of the friends. Mover said she was fighting one of the friends. So let me just pause it right here and move fast forward. So afterwards, obviously, I got to go home. And then after I talked to my friends, I was talking to Caramel and I was talking to Zane. And spoiler alert, I'm the only one that got in trouble for real. Me, Fighter, and Skittles. Everybody else who was fighting, they dispersed. Because there was so much going on, they dispersed before they could really get in trouble. So I heard from Caramel that Zane was doing her thing. Like, Zane wasn't playing, she was fighting. I heard from Mover, she was knocking bitches out left and right. Fight night. We ain't talking Migos. Like, she was mung. Caramel said move. Cameron said Mover wasn't really doing nothing. And Zane was like, I can't technically confirm or deny, but I don't think she was doing all that. If she was doing something, she wasn't, because she was talking heavy. Like, I had your back. I wasn't playing no games with these hoes. Like, she was talking heavy. Okay. So anyway, so let's get back to the part. Basically, what had happened was they got Fighter out the room. Skittles being all extra, I think she really wanted to fight me, and she was mad that she ended up having to fight Fighter because, like I said, so let's say Skittles is this tall. She thick, though. It ain't like she is short and skinny. She thick. Fighter, it was just you knew you was about to get beat up. Like, if fighting me, you knew you had your chance because you thought I was sweet, like a Pop-Tart. But yeah, so she was just doing the most, and she was just that's it. She was just moving and like she wouldn't let them restrain her. She was just doing the most. So she ended up knocking a hall monitor down. You know the hall monitors, the ones that make sure you're in the class, right? I don't know what they call them now. In the hall.
In the hall. I will protect all that are weak. In the hall. All rules will be enforced. In the hall.
So anyway, it's not funny, but and I was so cool with this hall monitor. After this, he did not talk to me. But anyway, so she knocked the hall monitor down. And then she was moving. And I don't know, right now, if you're watching this and you're young, you don't know. But a lot of people my age be watching this. But you remember them thick behind monitors at the school. We ain't have no flatbacks. We had them thick, bulky monitors. She knocks the monitor down. And it hit my man head. Not my man Finesse, but the hall monitor. It hit the hall monitor head, and he got a concussion. So, just like with the cops, like if you hurt one of theirs, it's no way you're getting off easy. Like, they're throwing a book at you. You feel me? So I feel like because even though I wasn't in the room, because one of theirs got hurt, it's like they was not playing with me. Like, my mom pleaded to everybody she could to. Like, she's never been in trouble before. She wasn't in the room with all of this happening. Like, man, she started a riot. A riot? I just fought one girl. Like, what are you talking about? Everybody be fighting. Like, it's multiple fights that I done seen hands down. Like, what do you mean? And these people get 3, 4, 5 days suspension, and they get to come back home. You telling me I gotta what? So, long story short, let me just tell you, so when I was sitting because my man is the one who bought me, little snitch. He could have, I'm just thinking about this. I never thought about this till this day. My man could have took me to my classroom. I could have just walked away. My man took me to the office. My man took me to the office and then went back to the fight. I never even thought about it like that. Like, why he didn't just help me escape like everybody else? So I'm just like sitting in the office, just like, because I never fought in school before. So I'm just thinking, they're going to get me anyway. So, just So they're bringing Skittles in the office. She's like, she's still just going crazy. So they put her in the other room. When you first walk into the office, it's just like a couple seats, and then it's a desk, and it's the people who work in the office. Then it's like the principal's actual office in the back, and the assistant principal's office in the back. So she was in one of them other rooms, and I was in like the waiting area part of the room. But I could hear her. They closed the door on her. She's kicking the walls. I hate you, bro! I hate you! I'm crying, not tears, but laughing. Like, this girl is crazy. So anyway, y'all, I got 5 minutes. So let me just tell y'all, like, what happened to me. This is why, listen, first of all, y'all, don't be fighting, especially not over no ninja. But definitely don't be fighting in school because it's just too much legality along with it. Like, it's just too much. So I got kicked out of school. Now, mind you, I told you this was in September, the end of September. So they said I had to do a semester in alternative school. However, I cannot go back to school partially through like the market period. So they wouldn't just, even though it's not even a month in the market period, they saying I can't go back on the second market period. I gotta go back on the third market period. That means almost half of my senior year, I was in alternative school. I was in alternative school, sitting in the same classroom every single day. You know, the best part of high school is the hallway. Like, the best part of high school is the hallway, politicking, talking to people, like, you know, besides lunch. I got charged for a riot, felony. Now, let me tell you how they try to play us, y'all. So they're like, it's a riot, it's this, and that. Let's say it's 1 felony, 3 misdemeanors. They like, we can drop the misdemeanors if you plead guilty to the felony.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Now, mind you, I knew that didn't sound right, but I don't know nothing. Like, they speaking gibberish to me. I don't know nothing about what they talking about. My mom like, what? I guess they thought we were slow or stupid or something. They're like, no, this is our lawyer. No, I mean, we was broke. This is our public defender telling me that they gonna drop everything except for the felony. My mom like, no, like, that's gonna mess her up. Like, for life. She's gonna have that on her record. Like, no, we're fighting it. We're gonna fight it. So he's like, okay, you know, whatever. What? So God is good in many ways. But let me tell you the two ways that God helped me in this situation. So when I went to court, nobody showed up. Not Skittles, not the school, not the person that got hurt, the hall monitor. Nobody showed up. So guess what they had to do? Throw the case away. Throw the case away. Another thing is I failed Spanish 1. I didn't fail it 3 times. I failed Spanish 1 twice. Freshman and sophomore year. I got to take Spanish 1 and 2 quick because alternative school, y'all, it's for bad kids. I was like the angel in the whole school. Like, they loved me because I wasn't giving nobody no problems. But the work was so easy. You would just take tests, get the answers wrong, print them out, tell your teacher, give you the answers, and do the test again. So I passed Spanish 1, Spanish 2, and Spanish 3 in 1 semester. I did... Y'all, my storage just don't want me to be great. Let me hurry up before I start playing. Like, sorry if it's not centered. I gotta hurry up. I gotta work in finance. Anyway, so, dang, I can't even go back to see what I was saying. Y'all, it helped me out because I got to finish a lot of classes. Oh, by the time I went back to school, I just really didn't have no classes for real. Like, I had a lot of study halls or like elective classes. I ain't have no really hard classes. So my rest of my senior year was a breeze. Sorry if my energy's off, but this phone is just irritating me. But anyway, y'all, if you like the video, do your girl a favor and go ahead and like the video, comment, subscribe. Definitely want to see when I post my next story time, don't you? So hit that notification bell, and thank y'all so much for tuning into my video. I love y'all so much. I really do. If you be making it to the end of my videos, you know, I always ask for something, but I ain't gonna ask for nothing. I'm gonna just tell you that I love you, friend. Like, we locked in, okay? So I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye.